Hello, everyone. Today, our episode or topic is very important for me because this really affect me big time. The season, how the season affect ourselves and how we can overcome to be good in every single season we face. Hi, Radha. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing
It's
great.
a
Well, of
crazy
course,
topic,
the
eh?
season is summer, right? So hey, I'm doing amazing.
Like me, to be honest with you, I am from people be affected by season and weather big time. When it's
Mhm.
cloudy and raining, and I feel like I'm not myself. I feel like I'm down a little bit and lazy. I don't want to do anything. When it's sunny, I feel like I'm active. I have a lot of energy. I would like to plant and go out and do a lot of things and even make shopping. But I don't know if everyone feel the same or I am like a unique person.
No, most of the people, I think almost everybody does. I know what ends up happening. A lot of people I find end up booking holidays. So they
Mm.
would book holidays to get away. So, for example, right now, we're getting into the summer season,
In
but
Canada,
then
yeah.
people back in Canada, America, and all that, but the people back Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, all of that are actually going to go into their winter season. So there
Wow.
is their fall, and so they're going to be experiencing that. So lot it happens to everybody. Like that's the season change is going to affect every single person, and that's why I'm saying a lot of people end up booking holidays. I used to do that before too, is by January, February, I had to get away to a tropical place on a holiday somewhere with sunshine. So I'd
Yeah.
feel better. But for the longest time, Miriam, I didn't know what was going on because my health would, it would not even, I'm not even talking mood wise, but physically.
Yeah, physics.
Physically, I would not be feeling good. And it was right after my birthday. So I used to say, what happens? Why is it? And that's in September, right? So my birthday's in September. I find right after that, physically, my body, I would just be going through things. And of course, I'd be going to doctors. I don't get any answers, right? They're not going to tell you exactly what's happening. So I remember it was back in 2001 or around there when I went on my first holiday, like a tropical vacation, not going home like Fiji or anything, but I went to Mexico. But right before that, I was not well.
Mm.
I thought there was something really wrong with me physically, like health wise, right? But all sorts of stuff. Yes, I was diagnosed with like low thyroid and iron and all of those things. So here I go, right before going on holidays, not feeling good. I go. And I tell you, the way I felt, and when I came back, everybody kept saying, "What happened to you?" I had lost like a layer of weight off my body within 7 days.
Mm.
I had so much energy. I was like, felt really, really good. And that's when I realized it is a vitamin D
Mm.
problem. Right? So, yes, we turn around and say when it's sun shining, everybody's happy. Not just because the sun's shining, we're actually getting vitamin D in our
Mm.
body. And vitamin D is so needed for us to function properly. Right. So vitamin D with the mood. And also you probably remember during COVID time, that's one of the things that were really encouraging because it helps with the immune system and everything.
Mm.
So it's not getting, because that's how naturally we get this vitamin D through sunshine,
Yeah.
right? And it affects more the people who have actually come from countries like that or born. So even if you were born in Canada or US, anywhere, but your genetics
It's
are
not.
from your parents, that's what your body's also expecting,
Mm.
right? So when you don't give that, so for the longest time, I didn't understand that's what it was. Going to doctors and everything else, didn't get that information that yes, it's the vitamin D that's causing this issue. So having supplements and things like that, having vitamin D supplements or eating properly, proper food. So another thing with the season changes, we continue, right? We continue whatever we're eating. We don't change that when we get into sort of the winter months, right?
Mm,
So also again, our body's not used to that. Our body needs more comfort food.
mm,
So if you're used to eating, of course, in the summer, there's all of this fun, delicious, yummy food out there and lots of fruits. Yes, lots of fruits is really good. Salad, like with me, I would continue to eat salad during like when fall, winter, but my body needed more. My body needed like soups. My body needed warmer
mm,
food for
yeah.
it to be able to process. And if I ate like salads and stuff in the evening, notice that I was my body was like in that adrenaline rush
Mm,
instead of something that was going to calm me, soothe me,
mm,
really before going to bed because it's dark out, right? So all of those things makes a big difference. But if
yeah.
we don't know that, we continue having all of these health issues, mood issues, right?
Right. I definitely agree with you because this winter I feel like my body is so tired, and even my bone hurting me.
Joints. Yes.
When I went last month to Bahamas, I feel like I came back without any pains in my
Yeah.
bones. Uh, Even I feel like I have more energy. I am
Yeah.
more active. My mood is better. I think the sun and vitamin D, as you mentioned, it's a big issue in our life, and
It
our
is.
mood affect a lot of our, and even the iron. I notice when my iron it's low, I feel
Mhm.
I'm very tired and exhausted. Even the sun, it's sunny and everything is summertime. For that reason, I feel like the most important things to take care about our vitamins,
Mhm.
minerals in our body. I think those is affects our mood more than other things, and this is what
Yes,
I'm aware.
definitely. The food we eat.
We aware recently about those things.
Yes, the food we eat, and then being able to adjust when the season changes instead of just following through whatever you're doing every time. You have to be able to. Your food needs to change, right? So when the season change, you have to be able to. For example, winter we need to eat more green stuff, even though we might not like it because it's colder out. Like especially for us when we're in this, but we need that. So that's when I notice iron issue comes up
Mm.
during winter for a lot of people because you're not having all of those fresh vegetables and stuff like that.
And green leaves is very important.
Green leaves.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And also the other biggest thing is okay, yes, the sun, but the nature,
Mm.
Mother Nature itself. So during winter, we're inside. So we breathe in. So we oxygen, obviously, coming from the plants and trees, right?
Yeah.
When you're inside, what are you breathing in?
The same. The same what you
Things
get out.
circulate there,
Yeah.
the dust,
Yeah.
all of that. So making sure, so in summer, we're all out. We go
Yes.
outside, so we're breathing the fresh air. And also the sense that the tree releases. When you go into the forest, do you not feel like you've just been in a spa? Your skin feels nice. That
Yes.
you actually is because you're smelling all of those scents. So it's the same way as when you use aromatherapy. So maybe during winter, do that. Have aromatherapy scents like using diffusers where it
Mm.
has, greenery or anything that's flower. Maybe you smell those scents. That will also, because that actually helps with the moods,
Yeah.
right?
I agree.
So adding things like that, changing your diet, right? So going accordingly, what's happening outside and season wise. The other thing is when it's summer, we have our shoes off, we're out at the beach, or we're sitting outside in the park or in the garden outside, we're doing gardening. So connecting to the earth.
Nature. Yeah, I feel happy. Yesterday I
It's
planned
grounding.
a lot of things. I don't know. Even it's very hot, but I was so happy to
Yes,
plant and see the flowers and the plants grow. Oh, I like
I
this
know.
season when you plant.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God, I like it.
And also when you're touching the earth, that's grounding. That's
Yeah.
actually it's the same way because otherwise we have inflammation. So when we stuck in the house throughout the winter consistently, we're around all of this electronics,
Mhm. Yes.
right? So our
Right.
body is getting inflamed. It's on in a high stress mode. So when you're connecting to earth and touching the earth like the ground or the tree, the plants, you are actually getting grounded. Just like, in the houses they have to ground, otherwise the house would get in fire, catch fire when they doing the lighting and everything. Similar, our body is the same way.
Yeah.
So when you connect with earth, you're actually the inflammation level goes down.
Mm.
And so you have to have that negative and positive, right?
Mm.
So with
Right.
all of the thoughts or mind and electrical stuff are going in the positive energy, we need that negative energy to ground us. So connecting to earth. So in winter, trying to find ways and doing things where you actually are, because now in the last few years my winters I haven't been feeling sick the way I used to before.
Mm.
Before, literally, like I used to feel really sick throughout the whole few months.
Mm.
Now I don't because I do things. Well, I used to before too. I still go for walks. I still go
Mm.
for hikes. But in the last for 5 years, I have my patio set up where I'm doing my workout every morning. So
Even it's
I'm
winter or fall.
even winter. Oh yeah, you should see me. Next time I'll take a picture and put it up on here. I dressed with, nice and warmly. I have a stepper outside. So I use that throughout the whole winter. The only time I might have skipped it when there was like heavy snow and the snow is in my patio
Yeah.
that I could not do it. Or if it was like -20, we've had that kind of winter in January for a few days. That's the only time I miss it. Otherwise, every morning I'm outside. So I'm breathing in that fresh air. I'm connecting to nature. So that has helped me. I remember this winter, I realized my food, so I had to change it. So I took out, I started to have like a more stir fries and things like vegetables in the evening instead of salad. Because I was wondering why I was feeling like my adrenaline, like because I couldn't sleep.
Mm.
So then I had to change that. I noticed that helped. Taking vitamin D supplements. So I use the Emergency that has vitamin C and vitamin D. That's a combination. They
Yeah.
sell now. It's a new. So I started to take that regularly, right? So making sure I have enough greens in my body, cooked more, not raw. Lunch I'll probably have is raw, but then energetically also connecting. So I would, do those breathing techniques or visualization, like I'm connecting to the tree. I feel as though that tree is growing in my body. I
Yeah.
walk I walk you guys through in meditation. Sometimes I'll say, feel roots going down your feet. I've done that. I do that every time before meditation or after when I'm doing my coaching sessions. I always say, feel the roots. And literally, energetically, that works. When you feel the roots going down your feet all the way down to earth, you feel, as I'm saying that, I could feel my legs go like this. So you're grounded to earth. So you're not floaty. You're not in your brain and your mind and you feel loofy is the word I use sometimes,
Yeah.
right? So using energetically to connect. But if you can, go outside.
And
Put
walk.
on, if it's winter time, put on warm jacket. Get those invest in shoes or whatever it is. Go outside. Or if you can just stand outside your door if
Yeah.
it's really cold, breathe in that fresh air. You need all of that. and create your home in a way where you just feel good. I have lights everywhere during the winter, even during the summer. I like candles. I have that vibe, that atmosphere. So I would have flowers. So wherever I go, look, it just puts a smile on my face. Like, I create environment like this, sacred spaces throughout my place.
Mm,
So in the evening, so I feel good. My mood changes.
mm.
Right. So bring that in you, create that vacation home. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
So
And
just
I
just
would
hang
like
on.
to add something I heard from one of the coach, Arab coach, that if you hug the tree, you
Oh,
will.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a
I
big.
do that every time.
Yeah, hugging a tree, you feel like
Yeah.
you are okay, you are fine,
Yes. Yeah.
everything is good.
Yeah. I do that too. So remember, everything's living organism. To a point, I'll hug it and I'll just hear or feel, right? Because they all have messages. All have messages. No, I'm not crazy. People might see me in the park. I go and I'm holding on to a tree, or even what I do is I'll stretch. When I'm stretching, I have my hands
On the trees.
on the tree. So now I'm getting combinations. So especially during the winter, if I'm not able to take my shoes off. But then one of the things I started the year before last, Miriam, is on New Year's Day, I declared to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this. So even during the winter, for a few seconds, I would take my shoes off and I put my feet on the cold water. Because every weekend I go to the beach, right, for my hiking and all of that. So when I'm out there, I do that. So that also, because that's also cold therapy that helps with nervous system,
Yeah.
right? So I do that. I will definitely, my feet will be frozen and I'll be uncomfortable for a few minutes, but I think about what I'm giving to my body, what I'm
Yeah.
giving to myself. So all of those things, little things. Yes, the hugging the tree is the best. I really love that. Or just touching. If you're not able to go, if you have plants in the house, sometimes that helps too. Putting your hand in the soil because
Mm,
it's live.
yes,
It's
correct.
live, right? It's living. If a plant can grow in that soil, it is live. So you can even put your hand on the soil or touch the plant. So there's all of these little things that it can do, switching from season to season. Because I've had a lot of clients would say, "Well, rather I'm not sure what's going on. The summer I'm fine."
Yeah.
That's when I explain to them because they go through major depression. Their
Yeah, in
son,
winter time, yes, I agree. I agree. My
yeah,
doctor told me, the family doctor, most of the people suffering from depression during the winter time, especially in Canada, it's so long. Uh,
yes,
yeah, I think we have to
find
realize
ways.
or aware what we have to do in winter time to avoid like medication for depression and so and so.
Yeah, the natural. So in BC, I know a lot of the places were colder. You do have more sun, but here in BC, no. So
Mm.
that's why there's more cases like this because we go on. There are times that we go for weeks and weeks and weeks in the winter, no sunshine.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. We go through it where there's no sunshine at all. So after September, we would go on until maybe October sometimes. Maybe one day the sun will come out. But most of our winter is that way. In
Cloudy.
BC, it's like that. It's cloudy. It's cloudy. And that's how it will be. So that's why it affects, I think, here a lot more people. So finding ways, there's so many ways to go ahead once you have that awareness, right? Once you realize this is why you're feeling this way, add all of this, connect to the nature, look at what you're eating. So changing your diet, adding some vitamin D if you can. There's liquid vitamin D, I find works a lot better. But checking with your doctor if you're on medication and things like that. But then natural foods. So there's a lot of natural food that you can eat. But if you're able to get out in the sun when you can, just connecting to the nature, connecting with people, all of those things. Or just sitting and imagining you're in this beautiful, sun shining place. It's just changing your moods,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
putting music on and dancing, creating your home where it feels really nice and, relaxing mode and things like that, using aromatherapy, that helps too. Like
Mm,
for calming yourself down, you want to put things like lavender and stuff, but there's others like orange and mint and things like that you want to pick yourself up. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do so that when you're going through season to season, it doesn't affect you.
Thank you so much, Radha. Thank you, everyone, for watching us. I'm so happy to focus on or put a spot on this topic because really I need to understand what's happened to me from
Mm.
season to season. It's very good to understand and aware what is happening with us. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everyone. Thank you, Radha. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.